world away. Fight a little longer until you feel okay. 'Cause
Hello everyone, I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions. I'm here on 17th Avenue in Calgary, Canada, and today I'm going to take a look at Abra. Now, Abra is an application that allows you to hold multiple cryptocurrencies and fiat currencies in a single location, as well as trade between those currencies at zero fee. Now, as I am in Canada, some of the features, like buying cryptocurrency with a credit card, are not available to me at the time of recording this video, but I will show you every feature that I can. Let's take a look. So at the time of making this video, Abra is only available on the Google Play Store and is not yet available for iPhone, but look for it in the future as I'm sure they are working on a solution there. Furthermore, I'm not going to show the setup for Abra, but I will let you know that when you're setting up your Abra app and account, you need to provide a name, email, and phone number. Now, despite the fact that they collect this information, they do not actually keep control of your private keys, and they do give you a backup phrase or a backup seed to write down in case you delete your app. Okay, so in the setup, please do write down the phrase they provide for you and keep it somewhere safe, because if you lose that phrase and you delete the app, then your funds will be lost and Abra themselves will not be able to recover them. They also require you to set up a PIN. So let's take a look at the app once we log in. And here we are on the main page of your Abra app. Now, I have been playing around with this already, so I do have LITECOIN that I've added here. However, when you first log in, it will very likely have Bitcoin and your native currency when you fill out that information. So let's just take a look at what we have on the screen here. So, denominated in Canadian dollars, you have your total portfolio. So that is the Canadian dollar amount of everything sitting in the wallet. You also have a little refresh wheel that you can tap there. In the top left, there is a sub menu that you can go into. Top right is a little wallet, so that's to add an additional currency. And then down below, you have two options. You have add money, whether that be Bitcoin or fiat currency, and you have an exchange button for exchanging between currencies. So first thing, let's figure out how to add a wallet, how to add another currency other than what's just on the screen. So we'll go up to the top right, we're going to tap on the wallet there. Here we can see all of the currencies that are currently available in the Abra app. So first you're going to see all of the cryptocurrencies, and down below you're going to see all of the fiat currencies. So there's quite a few to choose from here, and you can freely trade between them. And all I need to do in order to add a currency is I just tap on it and hit OK, and it will add the currency to my main screen. And it loads up right on my main screen here. I now have Ethereum sitting here with a zero balance, and I see the Canadian dollar value of Ethereum right there. Now that we've learned how to add a currency here, let's check out how we would add actual funds to the wallet. So down below, you see a little plus sign and it says add money. So when I tap on it, I'm presented with two options. One is to fund via my Bitcoin wallet, and the other is to fund via bank account. Now, unfortunately, the bank account option is only available in the US and the Philippines at the time of making this video. When I tap on it, I'm presented with a list of US and Philippines banks. I can change my country down here, but unfortunately, none of this is available to me at this time. Hopefully, that will be added in the future. In the meantime, what I do have access to is funding via a Bitcoin wallet. And if I tap there, I'm presented with a QR code that somebody could scan to send me money. And down below, I can see my Bitcoin address here, which I can tap to copy and then paste it into an app or text it to an individual for them to send me funds as well. It does show that there's a minimum transaction of $5 and the current exchange rate in Canadian dollars. Now, Special note when looking at the Canadian dollar exchange rate. Check this out right here. 10,664 is what I get quoted right now. If I go back to my main screen, I can see 10,828. And furthermore, if I swipe down and I actually look at my Bitcoin checker here, one of the local exchanges in Canada is Quadriga, and I'm getting a price of 11,048. So it looks like the way that Abra is making their money is by quoting various rates depending on the third parties that they deal with to obtain their crypto. So be aware that this price here may differ from where you're pulling your price from. Regardless, let's go ahead and fund this with Bitcoin. So once again, I hit add money. I'm going to choose Bitcoin and I'm going to copy this address. I'm just going to navigate over to another cryptocurrency wallet I have. So I'm going to head over to a Samourai wallet that I have here. And I'm just going to do a quick transaction. I'm going to send out some money from Samourai to Abra. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Samourai Wallet, I have done a video on it. I will link that down below and you can check it out. But I'm just going to quickly go through here and do this without too much explanation. I'm pasting the address that I just copied from the Abra app. Okay, so I'm telling this wallet where to send the funds. Okay, so now that this is sent off, I can navigate back to Abra. I'll be required to put in my PIN as soon as I go back to the app, and then I can check out my incoming transaction. Now, in playing around with this app before, I did notice that there tends to be a bit of a delay between myself sending the money from another wallet and actually seeing it pop up here in Abra. I believe that it does not register as being in my account until there is a confirmation on the Bitcoin blockchain, which right now typically takes about 10 minutes, but at times of high volume on the Bitcoin blockchain, that could take longer. So for the time being, I'm going to come back once I can see my balance there. So I've now received a notification that I have received Bitcoin to my address on Abra. And this is what it looks like. I can just hit OK to actually log in. So now that I'm logged in here, I can see that I've received 0.0027 Bitcoin, roughly, so just shy of 30 Canadian dollars. So this is now here, and I can freely convert between Bitcoin, Canadian dollars, Ether, LITECOIN, or any other currency, including the fiat ones that I like. Now, let's take a look and see how I would switch between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this would be down in the bottom right where it says exchange. So I'm going to tab exchange. It says, where do I want to move the funds from? So I want to move them from Bitcoin and I want to put them into Ethereum, or I can add a new currency if I like, but I'm going to tap on Ethereum. I've already added it. Now, I can put in a specific amount of Bitcoin that I want here. Notice I don't have a Canadian dollar amount that I can put in, so it's purely based on Bitcoin here. Or I can tap this checkbox and I can exchange all of it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to exchange all of it. I'm going to hit review to review the transaction here. All right, and here is my review screen. So it's saying that I'm taking it from Bitcoin. I'm putting in the max amount here and I'm exchanging it into Ethereum. It shows my current balance of Ethereum, which is 0, and my rate, 1 Bitcoin equals 15.9644 Ethereum. So I will be getting this much Ethereum down here, 0.0432. Now again, I'm not positive, but I believe this exchange rate is also a little bit where Abra can be making money based on where they quote these rates from. Now, They say that there is no fee here, but I was doing some reading and it is in the exchange rates. I'm not sure whether it's crypto to crypto or crypto to fiat or the other way around or just all of them, but they can be making some money through these exchange rates. So either way, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hit confirm. And I'm sent back to the main screen, and I can now see I have about 28.91 worth of Ether sitting there, and my Bitcoin balance is zeroed out. Now, there is something I wanted to touch on here, and this is the most interesting part of this wallet. You can only fund your wallet with Bitcoin, or I guess if you're in the US or the Philippines, with your local fiat currency. What you're actually doing when I exchange Bitcoin for Ether is I'm not actually going to be holding the Ether myself. I am putting my Bitcoin into what's called a smart contract that will lock it down and will track the price of Ether based on how much Bitcoin I put in. So it's a little bit like when you invest money into some sort of a fund that tracks the stock market, you get exposed to the movements in price without actually having to hold the asset yourself. And that's what's happening here. What does this mean for you on the other end? Well, I mean, it means that if you want to invest in all the cryptocurrencies offered on Abra, then you can. However, if you want to withdraw those other cryptocurrencies to a wallet that you yourself hold outside of Abra, you cannot do that. You have to convert back to Bitcoin and then pull out your money. So long story short, this Abra app, when it comes to other cryptocurrencies, is a tool to gain exposure to the price fluctuations of the actual underlying assets, but it is not a way to buy those assets and then pull them out for use on their native platforms. So you can't actually use Ether. You can only invest in it and track the volatility and hopefully make a gain in Bitcoin. Now, if I want to switch from Ether back to Bitcoin and then withdraw, I can do that. But let's take a look here for a second. If I hit the exchange button again, it shows me my wallets, again, where I want to pull it from. Now, right here I see that I do have a balance of Ether. So I can hit it and I can exchange it for Bitcoin. However, there tends to be a delay before you have access to something that you've just transferred. So what I'm talking about is when I moved Bitcoin and traded it for Ethereum, there was a delay because even though this is seamless for you, I actually sat around and I waited for about 10 minutes for that Bitcoin transaction to confirm. So do be prepared to wait a little bit in between transfers if you're going to be going back and forth. This is not for quick trading. This is for getting exposure to an asset, but then probably leaving it for a little bit. You're not going to be making quick trades back and forth every minute here. So I am going to switch from Ethereum. So I'll choose Ethereum and I'm going to switch it back into Bitcoin. I'm going to go ahead and hit the maximum amount. And now that it has adjusted my rate, now notice this is quite a different rate from the other way around when I was going from Bitcoin to Ether. I'm now going Ether to Bitcoin. So I'm getting a different rate. And again, I believe this is where they're making their money. So I'm going to hit review. And yeah, that all looks fine to me. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hit confirm. And off we go. So I'm now here with 28.39 Canadian dollars worth of Bitcoin. So 0.00262 and so on and so forth. So now, if I actually, what happens if I want to take out money? If I want to take my Bitcoin out to a wallet that I own myself, I'm going to have to tap on Bitcoin itself. So I tap. Now, you can buy Bitcoin with credit cards if you are in the US. I believe you can use your American Express. However, this is not an option for me here. I have to fund my wallet independently and then trade. Okay, so when I go into Bitcoin, it gives me the options of what I can do. And one of them is withdraw. So if I tap withdraw, this is where I have options to transfer to a bank if I'm within the US or Philippines, or I can use Bitcoin, and that's what I would like to do. However, take a look. You do not have any money to withdraw. That is because I just did that transfer. All right, so it says I have a Bitcoin balance, but if you look closely down below, available balance 0.00 Bitcoin. That's because I'm waiting for that Bitcoin to be confirmed. Now that I basically ended the smart contract that was pegging it to the Ether price. Well, I have to wait for that to actually happen. So I will be back when that does happen, and we'll take a look at withdrawing to an external wallet. All right, all is confirmed. I have Bitcoin now available in my balance. As you can see, I no longer have anything that says available balance below. It's just straight my balance there, and I can withdraw to an external wallet. So I'll quickly go grab an address from another wallet that I have. So I'll go back into Samourai. I'll just grab a receive address, copy it, and I'll head back over to Abra. Okay, so I'm going to tap the withdraw button. I'm going to hit use Bitcoin. I'm going to paste in my Bitcoin address, or if I was in front of a QR code here, I could tap the little square to open my camera. And now, this is something that I wish that they would have included, but I always get annoyed when there's no send max amount. Notice there was when I was exchanging, but not for a withdraw. I have to type in the actual full amount here. So 0178. It will figure out what I need for a fee after the fact. So I hit review. Okay, and it's going to give me a breakdown. There is my network fee. So the network fee, this is not Abra, this is the Bitcoin network fee. Unfortunately, they do not let you have any say on changing your fee like you would with a regular wallet. So it is what it is, and that's pretty much what I have to do. So I'm just going to hit confirm. And it says that it has been sent. Now I did notice it takes some time sometimes, but it looks like it's already been sent off. So that was actually quite quick. Right away it pops up and I can see zero balances all the way through. Okay, so finally what I want to do is I want to take a look in the top left here at the menu and what is available in it. So in this submenu here, you have a few options. You have your profile, which you can adjust. I skip past so that, because I do have some personal information in there, you can tap on here to exchange currencies, which we've already done from the main screen. You can go to wallet security to view your recovery phrase or to recover a past wallet. You can invite other people to Abra. Now, fees is a good one. You can go in and actually get a full breakdown of what the fees are, and it breaks it down by action. Let's just go back here. A few other things. You have a transaction history, so you can tap and see any sends and receives that you've done or exchanges. You can change your PIN. You have bank accounts here, so adding bank accounts, unfortunately not available to me. And then they've got a pretty thorough FAQ here, so any frequently asked questions that you might have yourself are probably in here. They have contact and privacy. And that pretty much sums it up. That is the Abra wallet. You know, it's not, especially if you're in the US, this is not a bad way to gain exposure to other cryptocurrencies. But don't expect to withdraw anything other than Bitcoin because you are not actually holding those other cryptocurrencies when you convert to them. You are just holding a contract that says this amount of Bitcoin will now track the price of Ether, and hopefully you make a gain in doing that. So basically you're banking that by holding another currency, it will go up faster than Bitcoin in a certain period of time. So Anyways, that is it for Abra. Let me know what you think of it, and if you're in the US, what your experience was with linking bank accounts, or if you're in the Philippines, let me know how it was trying to actually withdraw funds through this wallet. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of Abra, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, drop a tip if you're able to, and share this video. Also, if you'd like to grab yourself a hardware wallet to secure your cryptocurrency, check out my link below to grab yourself a Ledger Nano S or Ledger Blue. These are my go-to cryptocurrency wallets for cold storage. I will see you guys next time on the BTC Sessions.